Good good evening. Good evening, all of you all. Kritvik is yet to come. Anyways, until then, we'll check for the homework. First, starting with Anubhav, did you send your homework? Anubhav,
Ma'am, because of my mouth injury, I can't send the homework, ma'am.
what is it to do with your mouth injury and your homework? You didn't write your homework because of the pain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Alishita, why should we wash clinical thermometers with antiseptic solution before use? Because wash a clinical thermometer is to prevent it from infection. So why is mercury used in thermometer? Because it expands uniformly, has a high boiling point, and is available in a liquid state of room temperature. Okay, very good. Then we have Varshit. Clinical thermometer is washed with an antiseptic solution because after control the spread of microbes from here. Mercury is going to open it up. What is the meaning of coefficient, Ashit?
Multiplying.
Coefficient means multiplication.
Ma'am means
It's just the property. Okay.
okay.
Okay, fine. Very good, all of you. Anubhav, when you have time, try to make up for the missed homeworks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Going on with the class. Just give me a minute, I'll share my screen. Okay, so last time in class we saw about what is a thermometer, what is a clinical thermometer, how do you measure the measurings inside, in a clinical thermometer. Now we're going to see another thermometer, which is called as the laboratory thermometer. Before that, just give a brush up of whatever we did in last class. And above, tell me, from what degree to what degree does the clinical thermometer range? No idea? Varshit, can you try? Lashita?
Ma'am, 97 degrees Fahrenheit to 108 degrees Fahrenheit.
Can you tell it to me in Celsius?
Ma'am, 37 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius.
Okay, it's actually 35 to 42. Okay, but good try. Okay, even at least you guys don't know, just tell me. Even if it's wrong answer, please come forward and try. Okay. Okay, very good, Lashita. So remember, it's from 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. I've 42. I've written over here. Okay, you guys could have at least checked your notes and would have told me. Are you guys taking notes? Please take care of your notes. It's important for your tests. Every Sunday you'll be having a test. Okay, so the next thing is a laboratory thermometer. So how do we measure the temperature of other objects? You know, you measure temperature for clinical thermometer is only for your body. So we saw two thermometers. Okay, so first thermometer is only for the body. So other than the body, you have many other things you need to check the temperature for. Okay, so for this purpose, are other thermometers. So you have many other thermometers. So one such thermometer is the laboratory thermometer. Okay, so the laboratory thermometer is very it's very long. Okay, it's pretty long. It's like it's not something you can fit into your mouth for checking the temperature. It's very long, and the range of the laboratory thermometer is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, so also in this case of clinical thermometer, you can see that it's more smaller than the laboratory thermometer. Okay, so in addition to the precautions, now before reading the, while using a clinical thermometer in your body, there is certain precautions you need to take care of. What is the meaning of precautions?
Ma'am, some important things.
Okay, important. Yeah. So important things you need to take care of are the precautions. So the first thing is thermometer should be washed before we use it with the antiseptic solution, which we saw. Why? It's because you should protect it from getting infected from the other bacteria. Secondly, you should ensure that before you use the mercury level should be at which degree, at which number of the reading? Mercury should be at
0, 0.
How can it be 0? The range itself is starting from 35 to 42. There is no 35. Okay, so 35 it should be. So for that, you can shake and reset the thermometer. Next, you should read the thermometer by keeping the level of the mercury along the side. You should keep looking at the mercury if it's moving or not. Okay. Third, you should handle the thermometer carefully. Okay. Sometimes because it is glass, it can easily break. So you should very carefully handle it. And you should not hold the thermometer by holding the bulb when you're reading the thermometer. Why? Tell me why.
Can you repeat the question?
Why shouldn't you hold the bulb of the thermometer while doing the reading?
Ma'am, because the reading gets changed.
Yeah, because your hand's temperature might change the readings of the temperature. Very good. Okay. So apart from these general precautions, you have other precautions. That is, it should be kept upright. It should be straight. You should not keep it tilted like this or like this. You should keep it straight. Okay. And next is the bulb should be surrounded from all the sides by the substance of which the temperature is measured. So the bulb, if you're keeping in the mouth, if this is, for example, this is the bulb, and then you have a thermometer body, you can't just keep this portion, this half of the portion. Like you can't just keep this portion of the bulb inside your mouth and leave the rest outside. The whole bulb should be surrounded or covered by the portion that you're measuring. Okay, so these are the general precautions you need to take care of. Okay, so yeah, this is the basic differences. Okay, so can you use the laboratory thermometer for your taking your body temperature?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because it is very long and its range is from minus 10 to 110 degrees Celsius.
Okay, very good. Okay, it's not the range doesn't matter because anyways, even if you're putting a laboratory thermometer in your mouth, for example, you'll get the exact reading. You'll get it either from 37 or 42. You will get the reading. The thing is, it's not convenient, as you told. It's very big and you can't just put it in your mouth. Okay. So, okay, can any of you tell me why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when you take it off the mouth? So why does it like stay in that place for a while?
Ma'am, because of the kink.
What is the king?
Ma'am, it is a bend-like structure on the clinical thermometer.
What does it do?
Ma'am, it prevents the backflow of the mercury which does not affect the reading.
Very good. Where did you learn this?
Ma'am, in my book of class 6.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, I even showed it to you in the video last time. I don't know if you were present. But you weren't present last class, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I showed the video to all. So in that, you guys would have noticed there's something called the kink. You saw there's something, the mercury goes like this and it goes like this and like this. This is called the kink. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so as Anubhav told, the kink only will prevent it from backflow. That is why when you take it from your mouth, it does not move up or down. Okay. Next is, now we'll just there's like a lot of concern over the use of mercury in the thermometers. So mercury, it's actually a very toxic substance and it's very difficult to dispose. So if a thermometer breaks, so these days digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. So digital thermometers came up to use, it's because mercury is very toxic. Okay, it's harmful. Okay, if mercury gets inside your body, you might even die. It's very dangerous. And plastic is not easily disposable, right? Takes a lot of time to degrade. Similarly, mercury is very difficult to dispose. So to avoid these problems, digital thermometers have been invented. Okay, so you have not use. So it's a question I want you to write extra points other than what I just told right now, why digital thermometers were invented. Okay, now we'll see another video of how the laboratory thermometer works. You can see, it's very long, like a very big stick.
Last days last by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of
Laboratory thermometer.
Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get latest updates from learnfatafa.com.
For measurement of body temperature, we use clinical thermometer. However, it is not suitable to measure temperature of other objects. For measuring the temperature of other objects, we use laboratory thermometer.
Watch ad-free and complete syllabus on Learn Fatafat Android app. Download the app now.
Originates from the bulb. There is a bulb at the side of thermometer. A narrow tube having same thickness throughout originates from the bulb and extends towards the highest reading. A tube formed by this bore is the capillary tube. Generally, the laboratory thermometer have scale between -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. There are 10 divisions between each consecutive numbers. That means each division indicates 1 degree Celsius. While measuring the temperature, we should follow some practices to get correct reading. Take the sample of which we want to measure the temperature. Here, we will take some warm water in a beaker. Now place the thermometer vertically such that the bulb remains immersed in water but does not touch the beaker. When the expansion of mercury stops, notice the reading in the thermometer.
Okay, now again, you have noticed that 2 points. One thing is she's placing it vertically. She's not placing it horizontally. Second thing, she's not letting the bulb touch the beaker. Why? Why should it not touch the beaker?
Ma'am, because warm water and beaker temperature are not same. Ma'am.
Yeah, that's one more reason. Another reason is that I already told you all portions of the bulb should be covered with the portion that you're measuring. You're measuring the temperature of the water, not the bulb. So when you're touching the bulb, you can see the small tip portion is being covered by the beakers, but not the water. Okay, so that's why you're not supposed to keep it.
Here, it is 45 degrees Celsius. We should take the reading while the bulb is immersed in water. As soon as we take the thermometer out, the mercury starts falling down rapidly. That is, the level of mercury decreases, due to which we did not get the correct reading. Remember, we cannot use laboratory thermometer for reading body temperature. It is because of the same reason. That is, until we read the temperature, the mercury level decreases rapidly. Here we complete this topic. For more such videos, visit learnfatafat.com.
Like, share and subscribe learnfatafat.com and press the bell icon to never miss an updates from learnfatafat.com.
What science says about procrastination.
So these, I'm showing you videos more for this unit. It's because there's no much of like portions that is given in your book. Okay, but I want you to learn more because there's no additional information itself given in your book, but they'll ask you in exam. So whatever they're telling in the video, please take notes of it. Okay, just don't keep watching the video because King Canal, you should have been able to answer right now. Only Anubhav answered. What about the rest of you two? You guys looking at the video, please take note of whatever she's saying also. Okay, it's important.
इन थर्मोमीटर्स को देखें, पहली नजर में ये सिमिलर लगते हैं.
Topic: heat. Why is a laboratory thermometer not used to check body temperature? Oh, you have got fever. Why don't you check your body temperature using a thermometer? No, please don't use a laboratory thermometer. You won't be able to get the correct reading. Why don't you try another one? This is called a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer is different from a laboratory thermometer. Oh, seems like you have made your choice. A clinical thermometer has a kink. When we check our body temperature, the kink present in it prevents the mercury from falling back down, thus helping the thermometer to hold the temperature recorded by it and giving us an accurate reading. Now, in a laboratory thermometer, this kink is absent. This is because a
Note it
laboratory
down. You can see in laboratory remote, kink is not.
thermometer is meant to measure immediate temperature. Hence, after recording our body temperature, until we check it, the mercury will fall, thus not giving us an accurate reading.
Okay. Did you guys understand?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Alright, wait 1 minute, guys. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next topic is you're going to see how is this heat. You can see when you're checking your temperature, the heat in your body is being transferred to the thermometer. So the thermometer can be measured. So how is this heat being transferred? Not only the thermometer. Now you're cooking something. You're heating the pan. You're putting in the omelette. So from the pan, from the stove to the pan to the egg. Right? So you can see the heat is being transferred. So that's what you're going to see right now. Transfer of heat. Tell me if I'm not audible, guys. So you might have observed that a frying pan, obviously, it becomes hot when you keep it on a flame. So why is this? Because that heat is passing from the flame to the utensil, that is the pan. So when the pan is removed from the fire, you can see that it slowly cools down. Why does it cool down? Why does it not stay hot itself? Any idea? After you heat the pan, you take out the pan. Why does the pan not stay hot? Why does it cool down?
Ma'am, I think because the the transfer of heat from the stove is stopped, ma'am.
That is stopping.
Yes.
But then the pan, the heat is there. No, where is that going? Okay. So when you're cooking, the heat passes from the pan to the gas to the pan. So once you take it out, you're keeping it on your shelf. The heat passes from the pan to the shelf. That is why the pan cools down. Actually, okay. So heat is transferred from the pan to the surrounding. So you can understand that in both the cases, the heat is flowing from the hotter objects to the colder objects. That is how the heat passes from. So it passes from the stove to the pan means stove is hot, pan is cold, passes from the stove to the pan. From a pan to the egg means pan is hot, egg is cold, passes from the pan to the egg. Now again it's cooling down, pan is hot, surrounding is cold, passes from the pan to the surrounding. So in transfer of heat, moves from the hot region to the cold region. This is how the transfer of heat is. And in fact, in all the cases, the heat will always flow from the hot regions to the cold object. Now we're going to see how this heat flows. Okay. Now, just for example, we're taking a rod, okay, an iron rod or any metal rod. Okay. We're fixing a few wax pieces on the rod. Okay, on the rod, you're fixing few candle pieces. Okay, so these, it's like, for example, it's like this is the rod. You're placing a candle here, you know, a small wax. Just take a small quantity of wax, you're just putting it on top. Okay, so with equal spacing, you're just keeping it on the rod. Okay, so now these pieces, you're keeping it at the equal distance. Now you're going to heat the other end of the rod. Now this end of the rod, you're going to heat it. You will notice that this will start dripping. and slowly this will also start dripping. Okay, so you can see that the heat is flowing like this. So this is like wax number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which wax will drip first? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Ma'am, 5.
5, because that is the nearest one. Okay, so the process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end is known as conduction. Okay, that's why you say good conductor and bad conductor. It allows you to conduct the flow. So this is known as conduction. Okay, so in solids, generally heat will be transformed. So it will be transferred by the process of conduction. So do all substances conduct heat? Does all substance conduct heat?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Anubhav is saying no. What about you, Lashita? Does all substance conduct heat?
No, ma'am.
What about you, Ashit?
No.
Why no? Why doesn't everything conduct heat? Okay, note, this will be your homework. You guys have to note it from this part, no? This full thing you have to note, no? This full part. Note it down, take notes. And any extra information also, like whatever I told, anything is stored in your memory, write that also. Tell me when you're done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, what about the rest?
1 minute. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So I want all of you all. I hope everyone is done. Okay. So it's a small homework, like small activity you have now. So use your Google, and I want you to find out how conduction of heat occurs from cold to hot object. I want you to write it down, and I'll ask you to send an image to WhatsApp. So find it right now, and once you're done, just send me the image. Let me see who's quickly doing it. It's not important to do quickly. It should be informative. I'll ask you any question from what you wrote. So understand what you're writing. Write how conduction of heat occurs, and tell me when you're done. Because these are the only ways you can learn this lesson, because this lesson is very vague and very little. So fine.
Ma'am, can I share you the image? Ma'am, can I share you the image, ma'am?
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, have you got the image?
Let me check. Wait. Yes, I got the image. What about the rest of your? No, no, I don't want you to send me through that. I want you to write it and send it to me. Write it down.
Okay, ma'am.
The rest of your also do the same. Fifty guys.
Ma'am, I sent it to you.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have also sent you.
Okay. Oh, shutdown so disconnected. Okay. Okay. I want to be the moment of the heat in the moment. Okay, very good. Okay, always when I'm asking you to write a paragraph, please don't write it as a whole paragraph. Write in small points. Okay, always that is how you write it. It'll be easy for you to study. Okay. So I think this much is enough, guys. Note on the homework. So tomorrow we'll see you next class. Okay. You noted down these 2 questions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see the remaining in next
Yes,
class.
ma'am.
All right. I'm having a very poor connectivity right now. My voice is like doubling up. So we'll see next class. Okay. Bye, chalo. Bye now.
Ma'am.
Bye bye.